Welcome. It's the Red Pill Phantom. I know I did in another video. I mentioned in another video about how women act like children and they don't think for themselves. Like whoever they're around or whatever structured environment they're in is who they conform to. Not like some men don't do it too, but mostly we're rebels by nature. We want to forge our own path. But anyone ever notice that during these street interviews that are going viral now, where they're being interviewed by a guy, and it's usually a group of girls. They'll get interviewed by a guy, and he'll ask them certain questions about their history with men, or their sexual history, or what they like to do in bed, or what's the craziest thing they did that they never told their ex. Oftentimes, whenever they ask them questions, and this is what I've noticed since I was a kid, you ask a woman a question, and there's other women next to her, especially women that she knows, she automatically has to look. This proves to you that women don't think for themselves. When they're in those interviews being asked certain questions by certain guys, they get asked a question, one girl in particular, but she has to look around to her friends to almost come to like some sort of agreement on a hive answer to say. Hive is in beehive. They're hive thinkers. You ask a woman a question by like when there's other women around her, rarely is she going to tell you her answer. Right away. She's going to look around to her left, to her right, nod heads, and kind of like, what do you think? Almost like having a little huddle, and then coming back and being like, okay, this is my answer. My answer is this, and that, A, B, C, and D. That goes to show you women don't think for themselves, but I'm a sexist for speaking the obvious. It's a pattern recognition. Just like saying something that black people do that's negative is seen as racist, or I'm an Uncle Tom or whatever it is for speaking out the truth and observation, that's definitely how it is with females. You say anything that you notice that a woman does, you're a sexist, you're a misogynist, you hate women, you must hate your mother, and all these other sorts of things. Or who hurt you? It's crazy. Ladies, you do not think for yourselves. That's why even those pickup artists or guys that know how to get women, which I consider myself one of them, I'm not all that looking, and I'm not in super good shape either, but I have enough experience with women to get what I wanted to get, before I was married or whatever. But generally speaking, it's always a bad thing to approach a woman when she's with multiple friends. Like if you see a girl that you like, it's terrible to walk up to the girl and try to get her number or talk to her when it's just you two. When she's surrounded by her friends. Because even if she thinks you're cute, she's going to feel the vibe, even though I hate using that word, but she's going to feel the presence or the thoughts of her friends based upon previous conversations or how they are. So let's say, for example, you say, to your friends, oh, I'm not really, I kind of like black guys, but they're like, oh, I don't really like black guys, or I like shorter guys, oh, I don't know if I like shorter guys. If a short black dude approaches a certain woman, and let's say she's white or Hispanic, or even if she is black, saying she doesn't like short guys, but a short guy approaches her that she actually likes, she's still going to turn you down because her friends are around her, and they're going to talk to her and talk crap to her afterwards. Girl, I thought you still had, talking to that other guy. Or girl, I thought you said you didn't like short guys or black guys or white guys or whatever it is. That's why women shouldn't be in charge, because you can't stick to your own principles without considering the other women around you and what they think, even if they don't even have your best interests. Men are simply trying to save you from yourselves, ladies, but you consider it control. You can't even think for yourselves. You have to get the input of other women. Think about that. Be honest with yourself, ladies. You don't think for yourselves. You're always considering what the women around you think or what the women around you are going to say. Just saying. That's just my observation. But what do I know? I'm a guy, right? Over and out.